A bumper crop of new games this month, so without further ado, let's get stuck in. First for July we have Dragonforge, a cross between a building/factory game and an adventure game. You play as a dragon who must explore the land, gathering resources to construct buildings and factories that will in turn produce new resources that will help you grow and upgrade. As you progress, the dragon will learn to fly, attack and breathe fire, gradually becoming more powerful as you explore the land with the ultimate goal of lifting the curse that is infecting the world. It looks like a really interesting mix of mechanics, and an unusual protagonist might help the game stand out. Look out for Dragonforge when it swoops onto Steam July 8th. Our second game is a rather unique title. Residents of the Ocean tasks the player with gathering up items washed up onto the beach of an island in order to create instruments to answer the echo heard from the ocean. It's only a small little game, but I've not seen anything quite like it before, and it strikes me as a lovely little title that is a great demonstration of the types of games available within the indie scene. Look out for Residents of the Ocean when it launches onto Steam July 9th. Next up we have Lunar Axe, a puzzle game that is rather Myst-like in its construction and is sporting a rather unusual, and to me, very appealing art style, which sold me on the game straight away. You are exploring a ruined city after an earthquake has struck and must find your way out before the city is destroyed, unravelling the mystery of what caused the tremors in the process. Puzzles take the form of single screen contraptions and various other types of puzzles, hence the Myst comparison, and if you're into that type of game, Lunar Axe could be for you. Lunar Axe comes to Steam July 11th. Zell bills itself as an epic sci-fi action-adventure game where you must help Reed uncover her enigmatic past. Along the way you make new friends and pick up gadgets to help you explore the dungeons and solve time-bending puzzles. It has clear Zelda vibes and a decent art style that captures the feel of a sci-fi world. The success of this game will depend a lot on how good the puzzle solving and combat is, and hopefully developers Tinywar can deliver on that front. Zell is coming to all the consoles, Steam and Good Old Games, July 12th.
Let's hope this'll finally get us out of this junkyard. And bam! Come on. There's nothing to turn around. What the?
Tale of Bistun is a story-driven action-adventure game which has me a bit conflicted. When the game was first announced, I was intrigued, and when the demo came out a few weeks back, I was eager to get stuck in. When I did, I was drawn in by the story and the world that had been created. However, I was less enamoured with the combat, which felt weightless, and the art design was a bit all over the place. Some areas looked great, whilst others, not so much. Despite that, I still hold out hope that the final game will be up to scratch and provide the gameplay to back up what felt like an interesting story and world. Tale of Bistun comes to Steam and the Xbox series of consoles July 13th.
Lately I've been flowing past the world like time flows past a life. I've been looking at the faces, at the joy and the strife.
We come to pass, not to say all that matters anyway is what will follow you, what will follow you.
Our next game is an unusual take on the survival genre, asking you to assume the role of the last mother fox on Earth, who must protect and teach her cubs to survive. In Endling, Extinction is forever. You have to gather food and keep your cubs safe as you traverse the ruined landscape. The game seems to suggest that it is possible to lose cubs for good, so you need to make the correct choices as you struggle for survival. There is an emphasis on the game being an eco-conscious adventure, which could be to the game's disadvantages if done incorrectly, so hopefully the message isn't too heavy-handed. Endling Extinction is forever pounces onto Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Steam and Xbox One, July 19th. Hot on the heels of one game about animals comes another in the form of Stray, a game where you play a cat exploring a cyber city trying to find their way home. Outside of that, despite multiple trailers, I'm still a little unsure on what you actually do in this game. What I do know is that it looks delightful and the animation on the cat itself is exquisite. Plus, who doesn't want to play as a cat? Cats are brilliant. Stray makes its way onto PlayStation 4 and 5 and Steam July 19th. Keeping up the theme of unusual games this month, we have Wayward Strand, a game about a young girl exploring an airborne hospital. Staff and patients carry out their interconnected lives as time passes, making each playthrough different, and allowing you to discover something new each time you start a new game. The title is fully voiced, which is a nice touch, and it has a children's picture book style to the art, which I rather like. It's another game this month which is trying to provide something a bit different in the video game space. Wayward Strand drifts onto all the consoles and Steam July 21st.
Oh, wait, Darcy, right? Mrs. B's kid?
It's, Casey. Not, Casey. Just Casey.
Sure.
Who's Joni?
Listening in, were you? She's none of your business. Don't be a busybody.
Mrs. Fitzgerald, you're exactly on time.
You sound surprised.
Not at all, not at all. Just admiring a virtue.
So this is for your book, yeah? Which chapter will I be featured in? I've got some gorgeous glosses of myself in younger years that you can include for a small fee, of course.
Wayward Strand is arriving soon, and I can't wait to meet you.
Very soon, actually. It'll be ready to play on the 21st of July.
Wayward Strand. A heartfelt story, told in a curious way.
All right, well, we've got to take a short break here. Do you mind reading this out for us?
Now, marvelous magic will turn the next 60 seconds into a commercial.
Immortality is the next game from Sam Barlow, he of Her Story fame. As many might know, I'm a big fan of FMV style games, so I'm very much looking forward to see what Barlow has managed to conjure up here. As with previous titles, there is little information about what the game entails, other than you are exploring the lost movies of Marissa Marcel, but I'm ready to see if he can match the magic of Her Story. Immortality comes to Steam and the Xbox series of consoles, July 26th.
Give us a turn.
It's not who you think he is.
Are we cutting? Is she okay?
Now you can proposition me.
Peggy 3.
Finally for July we have Sweet Transit, a rail-based city builder where as villages expand into bustling cities and industrious factories, you must make sure they are all interconnected via the means of the railway. The game promises to marry the world of the city builder with a little bit of transport tycoon. It's an enticing prospect, and hopefully the developer can marry the two styles together. Find out if they are successful when the game enters early access on Steam, July 28th.
I seek to know no more. I know nothing about myself. For anything I know, I may be coming from the moon. Why things come into my head and fly out again, whence they come and why they come, where they go and why they go, I am incapable of considering. It may be the guards' business or the railway companies. I only know it is not mine. Sweet Transit.
And that's your lot. A real mix of titles this month, which is always nice to see. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, maybe leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you again next time.